Okay, so let's see the full workflow in action, everyone. Now I'm going to send it an image, and along with that, I can just send it some prompt like how I want my image to be edited. And now, what exactly is going to happen once I execute the workflow? It is going to take my image and send the same along with prompt to the Google Nano Banana API, right? So everything has been discussed how we have to set this up. Now, once this image goes, it is able to give me the result. But now comes the exciting part that I can just respond and ask it to make the changes as well. So make me wear a jacket and have a nice homestay behind me. Right? So I can make this jacket and set this up again. Now you will see that how a feedback loop will kick in. So a feedback loop will kick in and it will be sending the updated image. So this particular image will be sent to the Nano Banana API and it will return me based on what feedback I have given the nice or the better image. And we can see that how it has created the whole image a lot better. Now, here comes the exciting part. Once you are happy with the image, you will be going to respond again and you can open this form and I can ask that please process the video with the following prompt. So make an ad where I am endorsing the homestay with happy dialogues, homestay and say mountain life, right? And mountain life with happy dialogues. Let me submit this. And this time the full flow of video creation via Veo3 will kick in. Now, as we can see, the full flow has basically gone where we have analyzed the image and the prompt. A request has been set, which we are also checking in a loop because video creation is a longer process. And the same is going to make sure that it can provide me with a video where it will be using my image, the image which I'm giving along with the prompts. So let us wait for the input output because it's going to take a couple of more minutes. So after a good 3 to 5 minutes, it has sent us the output. Now I can show you the same directly from the website. Like this is the one which we are getting. I hope you're able to see the voice as well. You gotta see this homestay in the mountains. So the best part is that how it has picked up myself only. Like of course we can do a little bit better prompting and get it anything which we want. Right? It is very less prompting, and this is I think where the real moat lies. If you can create the ads or let's say the UGC by picking up the creators and finally get the result, right? So yeah, this is the final result as we can hear it with voice everything. So just let's see this. This view, it's unreal. You gotta see this homestay in the mountains. And yeah, I think we can add the name and all these things. So this is the complete flow, everyone, which you all will also be able to do. And for that, now let's get started. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So after an enormous good response on my N10 video, I am very, very happy to bring a very, very good use case in depth in which we will be creating our own video or UGC creator. We will be using the state of the art Nano Banana and Google Veo3 to get the result. Now, pretty sure that you must have seen the demo as well and you like the result. So we will be building the same from complete scratch. And another good news, I am bringing up with another crash course or masterclass of N10 where I will be teaching about the advanced concept. So it is going to be another 8 to 10 hour class, after which you will be able to understand each and everything in complete depth. So now with the overall context and everything clear, now let's get started and see the workflow once. So I hope you like the whole idea and the way it is flowing. I will quickly first run through the same so that you are able to understand it. And then we will go step by step, each node by node, understanding that how we can do it. I believe the same is very important so that you are able to actually master it and send this workflow or any other workflow to the clients, right? So this is going to be the flow, everyone. We are going to get an image. So there will be an image trigger. The image will be sent. It will be sent to Nano Banana. Once it is sent, then it will be editing out the same, right? Then we will get back the image. Based on our feedback, if it's a good or down, it will be then doing some changes. So it will be a loop kind of a thing. Then finally, we will be uploading the image. So the image overall is need to be uploaded and get a link so that we can use it. Now we can use the key.ai upload or some other which I've shown you in the full like full execution. And then after some AI everything, we will be finally able to get the results, right? So this is the full workflow, everyone. Getting the image from Telegram. Here, all we are doing is just with this trigger, we are getting the file path, etc. Everything. So we are getting the full image. Then we are calling the Nano Banana in a overall understandable and feedback mechanism. So here as well, I have made sure that I told you that how can we use the official Nano Banana API. So you will see that how it is being converted to file, being sent. Then finally, we are taking in this feedback. Once we have taken the feedback, then it is very, very important to send the updated image as well. Once we have sent and got the updated image, finally, we are going to use the key.ai. So VO3, Google VO3 to generate our image, and it will be used via key.ai. And finally, we will be able to get our final image, right? So that is the whole flow, everyone. Now with the whole flow clear, you have seen the demo as well. Now let's get started and build the same from complete scratch. Okay, everyone. So now let's begin and see that how can we implement the same ourselves end to end. Now it is very, very important that we understand and follow each and every step. If you have any doubt in any step, please make sure that you are getting the same clear. Now, as you can see, we will be relying on Google Nano Banana and Veo3 as well as N10 as well. Now, along with how to use it, I will be showing you and telling you about different alternatives as well, that how exactly can you use the same. So again, it is very, very important that you follow the same, right? So let's move forward and first see the system design or kind of understand that how the flow of our whole workflow is going to be. So it is very, very important, and I properly make sure to create things like this so that by learning from this with me, you are also able to create the same when you have to explain it to someone else, right? So the whole idea will be that first we will be getting the image. Now I will be using Telegram here, like the Telegram trigger via the bot here. You can use any Slack, WhatsApp, or any other application, totally fine. We will be sending an image. So let's say this is the image which I am sending for the time being, right? So this is the normal image of mine which I am sending. This image will first go to Nano Banana, right? So we will be hitting the Google's Banana via its official API, right? So the APIs which are given by Google. Now, what does that mean is that we will be needing, along with Telegram bot, we will also be needing the Google's API key. Now, once we have that, we will be getting our result. So let's say if I ask it to help me wear a jacket, this is what the result it has given me. Once I get my result, I will be sending the same back to the same chat on Telegram, right? So the we will be receiving the image after getting the same, let's say overall edited. Now we will be sending this image, and once we get that, then we have a added step of feedback here. So we will be either giving it thumbs up when it will go for, let's say your video creation, or if I want to change anything, like let's say if I give it a thumbs down, or normally I just add some prompt of the feedback, then we can add it the feedback. Let's say if I ask it now to make me wear a hat and kind of like a cowboy, so it will be able to do the same, right? Now, once we have received and finalized our image, so this is going to be a feedback loop, which I think is very, very important to understand. Via this feedback loop, next we are going to use a service known as ImageBB. So the same we will be using because we need the link of our image, right? So for here, we will be uploading our image. Now the same I have kept so as to increase the complexity, and also that when you will be doing it for a client in real life the way I have done it, then you will be storing the image to some of the server or somewhere, right? So this thing is very, very important in that sense. Now, once you have done this, everyone, then you will be sending the same to Google's VO3. Now, this we will be sending via key.ai. So I will be showing you the website. Don't worry on this. And telling you as well that why exactly we are using this, right? So this is something which I see no one telling, right? That why we are not using VO3 by Google directly. And then finally, the video which gets created, we will be sending the same to Telegram. Okay. So this is going to be the whole flow, everyone. Now, please make sure that you go through the same again. It is very, very important to understand. And let's talk about the requirement as well. So coming to requirement, we will be getting the Telegram bot key, Gemini key, image BB key, and key.ai key. So I will be telling you from where you have to get all of these things in this particular tutorial so that you can follow from end to end, even if you have no knowledge or whatsoever. Okay. So with that, now let's move on to our very first software which you're going to use. So that is N10. Let me click on get started. Now let me say Mayank here. Company email, I can just enter any of one. So let me just add N8N learn, and this can be the email I'm using. So I can just use the same one, the rate yopmail.com, and then we can just give it any password. So for the time being, I can just give it a password. And of course, you can create the same everyone. So creating a new email will be very easy for all of you. And let me start the 14-day free trial. So this is already taken, no worries. Let me make it 1, 2, 3. And now I can start the same. Okay. So let it start and let me save this as well. Seems like it is starting. So I can just answer a few of these questions. Now I'm just creating this account for all of you so that you also know. Normally I have an account on locally hosted as well as on a cloud hosted as well. But I wanted to make sure that you also understand how exactly we are doing this, right? I can skip this and let it just quickly set it up. And we will be having our new N8N account just like you all will be having. So let it just quickly spin up and we will be done with the basic requirement, that is your N8N, right? So this requirement we will be then done with. Meanwhile, what I will do is, so meanwhile this just gets up, please go to Google and search for Telegram bot, right? And Telegram bot father, right? And just see this first link, launch at the rate bot father. Okay, so telegram.me bot father. Click on this link and make sure that either you start this bot onto your mobile or you are starting the same onto the web, right? Now, once you click start on web, it will check if you have logged into telegram.web and you will be able to use this particular bot. Use this particular bot. Now, this bot helps you to create further bots in Telegram. So let's now see the same in action. Let's start automating here. N8N is ready. So let it start. And we can just go and create from scratch. So let's start from the very start. Now, pretty sure that you are aware about how exactly it works overall. Let me go to settings and make it dark mode because that is a little bit more uh, proper, I guess. So let me save it as well. Now, once the same has been saved, let me go back to the workflow. And this is where our canvas is. Now we will be using this. Very, very important. Now, it again, make sure that you have seen the previous video where I've explained each and everything about N8N in proper depth. The same will be very, very necessary. Though each and everything we will still be creating. So I guess you will be able to follow up. So again, first step, let us add a Telegram bot here. Now I am adding a Telegram trigger, which is going to start on messages, right? So let me just select on message from here. Now coming to credential, I will be creating a new credential, right? So let's see how we will be doing it. Now in my sidebar, I have the Telegram bot open. So as you can see, bot father here, right? This bot father, millions of users. Then we have, it can help you to create and manage Telegram bot. So that is where we want to use it. Now we have to enter this new bot. As you can see, this new bot. So let me enter this new bot. And it is asking, all right, a new bot, how are we going to call it? Please choose a name for your bot. So we will say, let's say UGC video bot, something like this. UGC video creator, maybe, right? And good. Now let's choose a username for your bot. It must end in bot like this. For example, Tetris bot or Tetris underscore bot. So I could just say UGC video creator. So you can give any name, should be fine. Just that it should be unique. Bot. Let's see the same. So this is already creator, no worries. Let me just try video UGC bot, something like this. And seems like the same has been created. Now this key is very, very important. Please make sure that you like don't share it anywhere and also are able to just copy this. So just, if you will click the same, it will get copied. Now, once you have copied the same everyone, you can just create a new credential and here just paste this key, right? So if you will paste the key and click save, it will show green only if you will be having a proper account. So see, connection tested successfully, which means that yes, the key is valid, right? Now let's go back. So let me go back and what we can do is, let me just save it. So I can save the same and I can just click on this execute workflow so that it will wait now for me to send a message. Now, if I go back to my Telegram, everyone, this is the bot which have been created. As you can see, congratulations on your new bot. You will find it at this. So now your role of bot father is completed. Please go on this video UGC bot and click on start. Now see, as soon as I send this message, it was able to understand that okay, something was sent. And we can see this exact text was the one which it caught. So this is again like a trigger that if I ask it to listen and if I send a message, hello, how are you? Then it will be able to get the same as a message. Okay, so this is all what it is doing. Now, since we will be sending the image, now if you remember in our diagram, since we will be sending the image, it supports image as well. So now let me execute this step. Let me this time send an image, right? So photo or video. Let me just quickly drag one of the images and I can send the image. And let's say I just add, can you make me wear a jacket? Right? So this is the one which I want everyone. And just it will make me wear a jacket. And let me close this for the time being. You can see that how we are getting images, right? It is also suggesting that you can pin this output instead of waiting for a test event, which I think is a fabulous idea. So instead of every time I will be sending this image, I will be just pinning this output. So let me close this and you can see that again 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is just storing these in different aspect ratio, width and height, some for thumbnail or basically when you see the same as well. So as we can see, 210, 320, 59, 90, right? This is how it is storing it. And in the end, we have the caption as well, in which I send, can you make me wear a jacket, right? So I will be pinning this so that we don't have to do it again and again. And let's now move forward. Okay. Next, what we have to use everyone, we will be using a HTTP GET request, right? Via which we will be getting the file path. Okay. So let me just quickly paste that thing. You will be getting the same as well via workflow and it will be easier to follow, right? So I will be just selecting this HTTP one, HTTP request, because the idea is this image which Telegram has now got, right? The one which we send, as you can see here, this image is kept onto Telegram server, right? Now we have to make sure that we can get this image from Telegram server. So that is why we have to do this thing. Now for that, one more thing which we will be doing everyone is that I will go to this variables. Let me save this as well. And here I will add the first variable, which is going to be Telegram key, Telegram bot key. Now again, I'm telling you the best practices so you are able to create good overall workflows, not just follow someone, but genuinely understand that how we do with the best practices when we are creating it for a client or for our own use case as well. Now let me just connect this. And as you can see, in this we have, if I show you, Telegram bot. So this is the Telegram API, everyone. In this bot, and then it expects my variable. So it is now Telegram bot key, right? So I can just enter here, Telegram bot key. Now it has got my key and I am also giving it the ID as well. So as you can see, it is able to get my ID, right? In the message, okay, photo. So see, it is going JSON.message photo of 2. So I'm getting the mid-level photo because it is not very heavy as well, right? And then getting the file ID. So this file ID I'm getting because this is the file ID via which it is kept on my server. And the token is needed because not everyone can access it, right? Only I should be able to access it. So now, since I have this, let me just quickly execute. I'm just doing a get method. Let me execute this and see what we get. So it is executing the same. And seems like that it got the file ID. It got the file unique ID, the size of the file, and the path of the file, which is photos/file0.jpg, right? So from the Telegram server using Telegram API, we are able to get some details. Now let's move forward. Once we have this, everyone, let's make it like this. Now I will be using this edit field. So we have a edit field option as well. Pay attention. Edit field. And this is something which I will be using a lot. So you will understand that how exactly we have to use it, right? Again, what I will be doing, I will be now creating another image URL. So image URL where I will be pasting this. So this is again Telegram API, but this time I will be getting the image. So as you can see, this time I'm getting the image via the file path, right? So that is the whole idea, that this is the image which we are saying that, hey, using my key, and now because I know the file path as well, earlier we were not aware about the path, just about the ID, which is not enough to get the image. I will be able to get my ID. And what I will be doing, pay attention, I will be adding another one saying this is a prompt. And from my Telegram, I will be getting this prompt as well. Okay. So that now when I execute this, kind of two variables are set for me, which I can use and refer to further. Okay. Now, when you create big workflows overall, then you face this issue where it is little bit difficult to handle multiple overall these variables, etc. So that's why it's a very good practice to use this. Now, since we have set and created this, everyone, let us create and make another HTTP request. So this time, this HTTP request is going to be in a way that we are able to get our image finally. So as you can see, we are able to refer to this image URL and doing a simple get. Our image is already having our token and the path. Let me execute this. And we have got our image. So if I download the same as well, if I download the same everyone, and let's say if I just save it, then we can see again I'm having multiple of them, right? Let me open it here only. Now, if I show you these image, just a second. So I can maybe have this here, drag it here, and I can show you like this. So see, this is the image which we have got finally, right? So a little bit in a lower quality, but yeah, that is what we are going to use. Now, once we have the image, everyone, what we are going to do, we will go back and now we will be changing this image into a base 64, right? So again, I will just quickly tell you what exactly is mean by that. Now, when we talk about or when we understand about this image, right, as an image, in the backend, this is also being stored as some base 64 string, right? So it is having all these details in a base 64 string. In a very easy way, you can just kind of think that, okay, if you try to open your image into a notepad, you will be getting something. Now, the reason we are doing this is very, very important. Google's official API, it ex- expects that you will be sending it a base 64 image. So that is how why we are doing the same. So here for that, we already have a node here, right? So before that, we will just send a message. So let me just send a Telegram message. So Telegram, and let's say send a text message. In this message, what I will do, I will just quickly get the chat ID. So let me go and get the chat ID. This is the chat ID. And we will just say that, hey, we have got your awesome image. Now let us or let me start editing the same. Now this is again very, very important so that we are able to tell to our customer or tell to our overall client that, hey, we have got this thing. Now, in a way, if I just execute this, you will see that how I will be getting a message here. So I know that, hey, the image has been sent and it has been received, right? Because I'm not facing any error. So these small, small things are very good for your overall use case in the workflow so that anyone who is using the same is also very happy that, hey, things are moving. Okay. Now, once we have sent the message, everyone, and I've just disabled the edit and attribution, then we can have a extract for prime node. So we have extract, convert binary data to JSON, right? So this is the one which we need, which we will be using as well. So for the timing, just let me do one thing. Let me have another one here, or rather, let me copy this and we can have it in Paddler, right? So now, as you will see, we are having data, which is the input binary feed, and destination output field is output data. So it is going to move my file into a base 64 string. Let me execute the same and see, this is the string which is at created. Now it is going to be very, very long, right? Because it is having an image kind of in a data. And again, even if you don't know to code, I think that this kind of information you should be aware about. Because many time what happens, and you will see that other tutorials, they do this, that they will be showing you the easiest way out there. But when you genuinely want to use that, it will not be possible, right? So with that, now, since we have got our image, we can invoke and call our overall Nano Banana. So we have got our image, changed the same into base 64 image. Now let's call Google's Nano Banana. Okay. So for that, what we will do, pay attention. Google's Nano Banana we can use directly via the Google API. So again, we have a HTTP request I'm pasting the same so that we can easily use, and you will again be getting the same as well. In this is the URL which we have to use. As you can see, Gemini 2.5 Flash preview, right? So if I just search for Gemini 2.5 Flash review, sorry, Flash, or rather if I search, see, import Gemini 2.5 Flash. So this is the one which we are using, right? Nano Banana. This is the real name. So Nano Banana Gemini 2.5 Flash image, Nano Banana. Okay, so this is what we are going to use, everyone. Now we are going to use the official API by Google. So you can just go to Google and get your API key as well, which you want to use, right? This is the one which you will be using so that you are able to create or basically edit your images. Now with this thing, you will pay attention here. We are doing a post request, not a get request this time. We are sending headers in which I'm sending my key because the same will be used for validation. Then I'm sending a JSON body. Now inside this JSON body, I am sending two things. So pay attention what all we are sending. One, I will be making sure to send the image, right? As you can see the output data. And second, I will be sending the prompt as well so that it can make those changes, right? As you can see, this is the data, which is going to be the image, mine type image slash PNG. This is the image in base64 string. Now again, don't get overwhelmed. It is just a different way of storing it. Okay. And text, because text will be needed to understand the prompt here, right? So now since we have done this, everyone, what we will be doing, let me close this as well. And now let me just quickly change my key. I think I have the wrong key there. So I will be just using and adding my key. So let me paste it. And what I will get here, yeah, this is where I have to use my key. Now again, please make sure that you use your only. Mine will not be valid. Okay, I will be deactivating the same before I get a big bill. If every one of you uses it. Then, so I've saved the same. And this is where we will be creating a call. So let us do one thing. Let me just try to execute this and see what will happen. Okay. Now I recently saw that it is facing some outage as well. Like if I just check, uh, let's say AI Studio Health, Google, let's say Google AI Studio. So I'll just show you that sometime it happens that it is not working pretty fine. So that can be the case as well. Okay. I think we have the dashboard, API keys. Where exactly was that? Studio. And I can just actually, instead of API key, go to status. So just want to show you that how Google AI and Gemini API key status. See, there was an outage. Then, so actually this was an outage which I am aware of because it make a billing lot higher. So I was getting suddenly a bill of 6-7 thousand, which was kind of not possible. Then similarly, this AI Studio was also down, right? Full outage. It was down for let's say 1 hour around. Okay, so this I'm showing you again because many time what happens, your key might work, key might not work, which was the case with me. So you should know that okay, where exactly we have to go, right? These are the things which you will have to understand as well. Now, when we go back to our let's say workflow, everyone, then we can see that how we have got the image. So these are all the things, right? So pay attention what exactly is happening here. Usage metadata, how many tokens got used, token count, all these things are given here. Text, image, and Gemini 2.5 we have used along with the response ID. And this is actually the image which we have got. Now the same is also in a base 64 string, right? So again, very important to understand that Gemini API is kind of working in that way, right? So now let's have a code thing here first. Let's say code. And here I will be just asking the AI, please extract the base 64 data for me from last node. It is present in last element of parts array. Now, again, why am I doing this? Because sometimes when this particular API gets called, it can give you a text as well. Then parts zero become the text. Let's say it will ask you that, hey, you are already wearing a jacket. What do you want me to do? Okay. And then image can also be there. So I'm just saying that, hey, please just get me the image. Make sure to only give me the base 64 string as output. Now, many times you have to use the code, and that is why to make sure that you understand the complexity, I'm doing the same. Now let me generate the same. So let's see this. Let it generate. And it will just normally make it. So you don't have to do anything. You don't have to even understand it. Just make sure that you write what you want, and this AI will be doing the work for us. As we can see now, we have got the image with us, everyone, which we will be using, right? So once we have the image, we can easily use this particular image, right? So now let us go back, and this time I will be now having another edit field, and it will be my image 64 string, where I will be using this base 64 data. Now, when I execute this, we will be just getting a single variable which we have to use. Now, very, very important so that we don't mess up anything. And you will see that why this will become important once we have the feedback loop, right? So till now, again, we have just make sure to call Nano Banana. Seems like we have got our image, but we are not able to see that, right? So let's see the image as well now. For that, we will do a plus and we will do base convert JSON data to binary data. This is what we have to use. And in this, move base 64 string to file. Because we are getting a base 64 string, let us move that to file. Now the data is going to be this, everyone. Base 64 image data, something which we are going to use. And I will just say here, Google created image, right? So now let me execute this. So it is just going to take your string and change it to the image. Now these things are needed so that you understand these complex APIs as well. Not always your APIs will be giving you the data in a way you want. So this kind of data changing is needed, right? So don't get afraid or anything. Just try to understand that this is just the data getting changed. Now let me view the image, and seems like it has kind of given me a jacket, right? So now with me wearing a jacket, I will quickly help you to summarize what all we have done. Pay attention. So we started a trigger which got the image. Then we make sure that we are able to get that image into our workflow via a overall API call. So we are again making these API calls so that we can get this image from the Telegram thing, right? Telegram servers. Now there is or there can be a better way, yes. But is this a wrong way? No, totally no. We are just making some calls and that is totally fine, right? Then we are just making sure that we send a parallel message to our user that hey, we have got your image and we are working on the same. And we extracted the image, right? So we make sure that we get the image into a base 64 string so that we are able to call our Nano Banana API. Now, this time we are calling our Nano Banana API via a 64 string, as you can see. Then we move on to the code part to just extract that particular string so that we don't have any issues, we don't get any wrong values. And we converted that to an overall base or overall an image, right? Now, since I've got the image, everyone, I will be sending a message. So I will just paste this node and pay attention. This node is just going to make sure that it send a message which is going to be this image. So here again, it is just getting the chat ID, which is going to be from this particular Telegram trigger. Then it is making sure that it gets your overall image as well. So when we created this Google created image is something which we need. So input binary field, the Google created image, right? And again, this remain markup we can just have none for the timing, totally fine. And see, this is where we are selecting that we have to send a binary file. So I selected that I have to send a message, send photo, right? So you can see that how it has send photo. And we are just sending a binary file, which is this file. So now when I execute this step, I will be getting a image. So let it run this. And seems like we have got our image that is after editing, right? So for the timing, Google Nano Banana has done the editing for us. Now let's move forward, right? So with this thing done, let us move forward, everyone. Let me close this. Yeah. Let's now add another trigger or Telegram image, rather not trigger, via which we will be sending. So pay attention. Via this thing, we will be just sending this a feedback form kind of. So pay attention. Here is your image. Please choose an option below and include your prompt. So now we are making this custom form, everyone. In this form, I am asking if we want to approve or if we want to undo the action and try again. If the user approves, then we will be just making sure that we send the same to Veo3 for video. If he doesn't approve and if he wants to do some more edit, then we will have to take a separate route. Okay. So for that, what we will do, we will just first try to run this. Let us run this, and you will see that exactly what happens. See, here is your image. Please choose an option below and include your prompt. Now the same is happening because we are send and wait for response, right? This is something which we are doing, as we have seen in the demo as well, that this time we have sent a message, but we are waiting for a response. And in this, we have said that, hey, I will be using a custom form where you have to reply. So now when I click on this respond, it will ask me to open a Telegram N10 form. And when you click this, this is going to get open. Now let me say, great. Can you make me wear a cowboy jacket instead? Now, I am just taking this example. Feel free to have any example, like you can have a overall any product on which you can work on. Some prompt changing might be required. But I have seen that majorly what happened is that we are using a person who is doing the UGC, right? So I'm very close to that content creation industry. And in that, we have a use case where along with product, we need a person, right? Because UGC gets created via some creator or some person majorly, not like it is used in AI as well, but majorly it gets a lot benefited when you will say that, hey, see, let's say some actor overall is going to promote my product, and what if you can create it directly without even that actor spending any time, right? So that is the major market where lots of money can be made, because you can sell that to the creator as well as to the buyer or the client as well. Okay, so let me just say jacket instead, and change change the background to the same settings, or this to the cowboy setting, right? So let me now submit it, and we would have got this here. See, in the data now, let me close this again. In the data, we are getting that in this undo this edit and try again, we have got this particular thing. Now, since it can very well happen that the person is not entering the same very nicely, we will be using a agent or AI here, right? That AI, it will just make sure that it is better able to tell what exactly the user want, right? So summarizing and everything. So let me have an AI, everyone. Now this AI, let us see the same as well. This particular AI, right? It is just having this particular, it will be getting this message, right? So JSON.data, the message which the user has sent from the form, it will just say that, okay, you have to make sure that you are an expert AI agent responsible. Whatever we have given it, it will try to tell the intent and the prompt. So intent can be, let's say, a video, then the prompt will be make it cinematic and dramatic. If the intent is recreate, then we will change, or like we will tell that, okay, what exactly the user want. Okay. Now for that, this is the exact sequence in which we will do it. Now you can just quickly get the prompt and read through it. I've just written the same so that we are able to tell our AI to do better, right? That is the whole idea. It will be having a brain. So the brain is going to be OpenAI here. Like we are just using OpenAI model. We can quickly add a credential. So I've just pasted my key. Surely you can use your or the 100 credits which you get via N10 for free as well. So just save it. And let me close this. Close this. Now from list, I can just select GPT-4o. I see that that gives a little bit better results, right? So GPT-4o. And similarly, if I go back and see the output parser, it is just intent and prompt, right? So these are the two things which will give to us. For the timing, it will give us re-edit, right? I think we have to correct that as well. It should be recreate, not edit. But again, that is just a reference, so shall be fine. Now let me just, okay. So with this, let me now just execute this and see the same in action again. So again, it is calling the AI. It will be going through the step and giving us the final string, right? So let's see this. It started the full workflow. No, it doesn't seem like. Where exactly is it having a problem? So let us first save this. Yeah, see. So it has given us the output, which is intent is recreate and prompt is, okay, great. Can you make me wear a cowboy jacket instead and change the background to a cowboy setting? So I think it has just messed this up. We will ask it to clean it as well, right? So let me close this. And now, since we can have two options here, we should have something via which we can have two ways or two routes, right? So yes, that means that we will be having a routing kind of a strategy here. Okay. So let's create that. And that will be possible via switch button Okay, so let me just copy this switch thing as well, as it is having the whole logic. So pay attention. In this, now I am saying if it is equal to video, then we will output name will be create video. If recreate, then we will go via edit. Okay. So as you can see, if I execute this, I hope all of you are able to understand that we will go to edit only this time, right? Because it is recreate. So since the same is matching everyone, this is recreate. We are going to recreate this, and it is saying that, hey, if you go on edit here, intent recreate, prompt is the same which we have sent. Okay. So with that, let's go back. And till now, we have completed a flow where we are easily able to get the image. But now also, since we have to get and implement this very, very important feedback loop, we are going to implement this feedback loop as well. Now, this is where things get a little tricky and a little different from how we normally do it, right? So I think you will be able to easily follow this. But again, this is something which not a lot of people will explain you, because I have personally faced lots of problem in implementing and testing out these loops kind of thing in N8N. So I want that via these kind of problems, you are able to properly understand the same, right? So now let's go back, and we will be having something here. Like, we will have to make sure that we are able to now send this request back somehow. Okay, so we will be sending it back to the Google API, right? So for this, let me just send it back to the Google API. Now, because we are sending it back to API, I think there are still few things which we will have to set up, right? So those things are going to be very, very important. What are those things? Let's see. First is that we will get a Telegram message again. So Telegram send message, because I want to tell the user that, hey, we are working on your request. Okay, so I will just get the chat ID. Chat ID is going to be the same. And I will get the text that we are working on your re-edit request. Now I could just copy this prompt here and go here in expressions and make sure that this is what my user see, right? Now let's go back, save the workflow and remove this N8N attribution. Okay. Now when I execute this, pay attention. So when I execute this, it can happen sometime that it kind of tries to go through the whole thing. See, it will fail most probably. So totally fine. It will fail. I should not have created this thing. Let me stop it here. Let's see this. What has happened? So again, we will have to run the whole workflow. Let us do the same, everyone, right? Now, let me run it so that you are able to understand it. We are getting everything till here, right? Let us try to. So as you can see, we are having these things still done. Okay. And I think we can just execute till all these steps one by one. So let me do this thing. Plus, now I'm doing this right in front of you. So you also know the issues which we face, right? Totally fine. We will be doing this. Like when you do this development, these are the problem you face, right? Just getting a workflow from someone and running it is easy. Developing something from scratch is difficult, right? So these kind of things you should be aware about. And this is again where, just like coding, many non-coders, people who are very happy to use anything technologies, face a lot of problems. Okay, so let it run. Now we will be getting another message. Totally fine. Let's go back and respond to it. We will respond that great. Okay, great. Can you make me wear a cowboy jacket and hat instead in a cowboy kind of environment? Okay, so this is what I will be doing. Let me submit it. Now let us run this as well. Ideally, we would want that this particular AI, it is able to make our prompt a little bit better. So you can change that prompt as well, right? But for the timing, it's totally fine. Let me execute this as well. So let it run. And now we can execute this. So pay attention. This time it will just send a quick message that, hey, we are working on your request. Great. Can you make me wear a cowboy jacket and hat instead of a cowboy kind of environment? And sorry, instead in a cowboy environment. Now, since we have to connect this to Google Nano Banana API, there are still few things which I have to do, right? So let's see that what are those things we have to do. I believe that now we want, if I just click on this plus, and if I just have this set fields, it needs some fields from me, right? What are those fields? it will need the output data, right? So this output data we will get from the file, right? So see, this is the file which we got. Now you have to understand one thing, that I need to work on this image, not the original image, which means that this time my Google Nano Banana API, it will be getting the JSON, it will be getting the base 64 string of the updated one, right? And where is that updated string if you all remember? If I go back, pay attention. If I go back and click on this thing where we got this field in edit field, this is where my string is. Now this is the reason I specifically created this variable. So now let us get this, and I can go here, edit field, and get this here, up here, right? This is the overall image, everyone, which Google Banana can use, or Nano Banana can use. And I will also be needing a prompt as well, right? And this prompt is going to be this particular, uh, 1 minute. Yeah, this is going to be the prompt from the AI which is coming, right? So I will just quickly grab and get it. So if you will pay attention, I have sent the new image and I have sent the prompt as well. The benefit is that now when you will see my Google Nano Banana, it expects two things, right? It expects the output data and it expects the prompt. So those are the two things which is it expects, everyone, which we are in a way sending it to it, sending the same, right? So that is going to be very helpful. Now let me go back 1 minute, and I think there is one thing which we will have to correct. Let us quickly see. Yeah. So one thing which I will quickly correct, everyone, I will be having a similar kind of a thing here as well. So to make sure that we get the same things from both the side, right? This is again very, very important. Let me add this here. So I will be having a edit field. And this is how you make sure that you maintain this overall thing, right? So output data is going to be this. And here as well, I will be adding a prompt. So let me add a prompt here. Prompt, which is going to be this caption, right? Now let me save it and just quickly go to your Google Nano Banana and make sure that it is having everything. So it will be, let me execute the last one, 1 minute. Let me execute this. Okay, let it execute. So again, only this has been executed. Now if I go back here, we can see that how inside this, right, I will just have to get these things. So pay attention. If I go and edit, let me just get this prompt here. So quickly, I will explain you because in a feedback kind of a loop, this gets a little confusing. I am getting two things from this, right? Which is my output data and my prompt. So my this particular logic is dependent on these two things only, right? This is where my logic is dependent, everyone. These two fields, right? In a similar manner, here as well, I have set. So let me make it here, keep it here a little bit. Yeah. Similarly, here as well, I have said that, okay, I will be sending you two things, which is going to be output data, output data, and prompt. This time, just this output data is the newer image, so that what it will be having is that Google Nano Banana API will be working on the newer prompt and on the newer overall image. So this again is very, very important. These are the kind of workflows which you have to create in a proper, let's say, client, or when you do consulting as well. They are not going to be those easy workflows, right? Which each and every one of you will be just using or from the templates. This is exactly how you will be having these things, right? We will be having these things here set, as we can see, and the whole workflow will now be easily able to make sure that it can spiral into, right? Quickly, I will explain what we have done. We have made sure that we have set output data and prompt in this one. So let me just show. Yeah, see, output data and prompt. This is the output. Similarly, here as well, we will send these things. So let me close this and run this quickly. So you can see the same. Okay, so it has run the full cycle because it needs all these output. No worries. It will just quickly show us that. So it happens because that is the problem I was saying, which happens in a loop, that few multi runs will happen. Okay. So make sure that you pin your data if you have to lots of things. So make me, I think I can just copy this. Beta. Submit this, close it. And you can see that how things will be set. Now, since things are set, I think it will be very easy for you to understand how they are joining. Pay attention. From the latest one, it is getting this output data and prompt. And from here as well, it is getting this output data and prompts. So when it run for the first time, it will be getting this via the previous image one, easily able to access that. Similarly, for the next one, it will be able to get this from here and easily able to get that. So now when I execute this, everyone pay attention, or let me rather execute the full workflow so that you can see the same thing in action, right? First, we ask for wearing a jacket, which has already been pinned. So that should not be a problem. So let me see. And you will see the whole thing in action now. Pay attention. Let me respond. Open this, paste it, submit. Now it will go via this thing. Pay attention. It is going via this. Again, it is going into loop. And Nano Banana is getting called again, right? Now this whole workflow will continue. And we have used the official API. So that is very, very helpful, right? See, it has missed it. Now I can ask it something again. Can you make me have a rifle as well? Just like how cowboys have. And in background, add a cafe of Midwest times, right? So a little bit bigger request. Let's see. Now again, it will happen where it will go through this thing. Again, it will go to Nano Banana, and you will be able to see that, okay, how it is working on the re-edit request, how Nano Banana will be creating the image for you. And finally, we will be able to see this. So yeah, okay, it has done a pretty good job, but yes, we are able to see this thing. And I think I should have used some other image. But yeah, I think I'm looking very smart, so should be not a problem. So yes, everyone, with this, now we can see that how it is still waiting for us to complete. This time, what I can do, now I can, let's say, go to respond, open, and say that make a video in which I am selling, or rather make an ad in which I am selling the cowboy lifestyle, and make sure that I am talking in the same voice. Okay, so this is also very, very important because Veo3 can create a video which you have the voice as well. Okay, so now when I submit it, pay attention. This time it will stop here. So it will not go into this cycle because we have stored the same, right? And we have got your awesome image. Okay, so this we have kept it separately. We will handle that. Should not be a problem. So this time you can see that how all this is happening, right, everyone? Where easily it is now just waiting for me to create a video, right? So let me close this. And now this output is intent is going to be video. Okay. So in a way, we have done a lots of heavy lifting now. I know that this is not as easy as let's say other templates or tutorials, but believe me, you have genuinely seen each and everything, and you have used the default API, right? The one which you will be able to use. Now, at many places, it happens that I will be showing you this for the Veo3 though, that there are providers which provide you with the API for these Nano Banana, etc. But maybe the same is not accepted in your company, right? So that's why we have used the official API and we have done the same. Now I will show you the other thing as well, that how we can use the Veo3 via some provider as well. So you understand the whole idea in depth, right? So let's go back and now let's try to create and work on our Veo3 thing, right? To get the video as well. So for that, again, what I will be doing, I want to make sure, and before that, we can have a good division here. So I think this is from where now you can see that how it is. It might look a little complex, but overall, we know that how each and everything is kind of pretty straightforward, right? So this is something which we will say as getting the image from Telegram. So I could just say Telegram and hashtag. Similarly, I will copy this. Don't worry, I will just quickly zoom it in as well. I can have this in maybe green and say that. Let me zoom it in maybe like this. So say that. Creating the image and the feedback loop. Okay, so we have done that as well. And now you can see that how the feedback loop is also there. Now let us try to make sure that we are able to work on the overall your video as well. Okay. So in the next step, we have to make sure that we are able to get the URL which of the image, so the final image, that we will be doing by a third party service. Now the reason I have specifically make sure to use this, so that you understand that okay, this is the way we do it in a real particular workflow. Now this particular service can be some API which your client gives, because ideally you will be keeping the same into the database or somewhere of the client, right? So for that we will be using this image bb, a very common software or website which we use. Then we will be using Veo3 via key.ai. So let me show you that as well. First, let's do one thing. Let us get our image again, right, everyone? So this time again, I will be using a edit file, and I will make sure that I am able to get the final overall uh, base 64 part of my image, right? So for that, I will just quickly copy this. Pay attention. So let me copy this here. I will be just setting this up because handling via different things will be difficult, right? So here, what I've done, everyone, pay attention. Nano Banana or this particular edit field give me this image 64 string, which is of my final image, right? So I can just get it from here rather, it will be better. Let me get it from here. This is your final image which you are getting, right? This is in the base 64 string. And you are also getting the prompt here. So this is the prompt. Now the reason that I have not used this file, because it is not easy to use the binary thing here, right? You can see that how it is saying to use in the binary part, but it is not very easy to drag and drop and work on the binary part. Thus, I will be again getting the base 64 string and converting that, right? So with this, now let us convert this base 64 string and get our image. So for that, I will be just using this convert to file again, right? Here it will just expect a string for me. Final base 64 is the string, as you can see here. So let me quickly just drag and drop. And output file in the field is Google created image. So let me execute this. So we are doing this base 64 to image a lot because that is how Gemini kind of handles it. And normally in the DB, etc. as well, this is the right way of doing this. So that is actually the best way of doing this. The way I was able to execute this for a client, believe me, it was very, very helpful in this way, right? So let me just do one thing. Let me just quickly pin this thing so I can show you. Let me pin this data. Okay, so it has been unpinned. Execute the whole workflow. Okay, so I think it is saying execution, existing executing data is too large. So no worries. We have changed this. Let me just quickly execute this again, right? Let us execute workflow and see it. So this time we will just say that, okay, it's totally fine. We are getting the full image, right? We have pinned the data. Let it be pinned because again and again, I don't want to send this, right? So seems like it is waiting for our response. Let us go to Telegram and let me respond that this is the thing which we will respond here, right? Let's see the same in action again. Let it run. And yes, everything is happening. Let's see this. So I've just hit it again to show you that how the workflow will happen, right? See, this is how it will going to be. Image getting created, then code, then edit field. Finally, I'm getting the same image. Okay, so this time again, it has not changed the jacket, but overall it has done a better work. So let me respond and say, now let us create a, no, okay, so let me make it like make a video in which, or make an ad in which I am selling the cowboy lifestyle with raunchy dialogues. Okay, so it should be very, very helpful. Let me copy this as well. Let me submit this, close this, and this time it will just convert and we will get the image. So see, this is the exact image. We are able to get the same, everyone. Now with this image, I just have to make sure that we send it to and get a link, right? So for that, if you will go on Google and if you will search n8n image to URL, you will also get this convert image file to URL and reduce file size for free. So this is again the same service which they are also using, right? They are using a image BB account. So let's use the same as well, everyone. Let's go in here, search image BB and search for API in front, right? Now, when you will click this API, you will be able to, like, you will have to just quickly create an account. It's totally free. And you will be able to get this key, right? Again, don't use mine. You will have to use your only, right? I will be deleting and doing the same thing. Use this key. And using this, we will be making sure that we are able to convert our file into an URL. Okay. So for that, simple HTTP request will do, right? So this is again how ImageBB has provided these APIs. Now, don't again get any, let's say, anywhere that, okay, what is this happening? No, simply we are just calling the APIs just like we call the Nano Banana API. Now we are calling a ImageBB API. Okay. So yeah, as you can see, this is how the APIs will be called. And if you go back to your workflow, everyone, let us go here. I will just paste another HTTP node. So just like how we have the HTTP node here, HTTP, right? HTTP request node. Similarly, I will be just pasting another node. So let me paste it. And as you can see, this is the node, right? It is just calling a post request to API image VP slash one upload. Generic credential type, it is asking me to create a credential. Now for this, go to here and give the name as key and just paste your value. Okay, so how I'm able to get this, if you will scroll down, you will see that how it expects this as and key is equals to your client API key, right? So this is what it returns. That is how I know that, okay, it gets the key. Now what you can do is you can just copy this and the image of your HTTP request node and ask ChatGPT. It will give you that, okay, what you need. Okay, if you're having trouble in understanding this API part. And believe me, I could have made it, let's say, very straightforward, but that is not is what going to get you clients or get you a good overall power here, right? I want that each and every one of you are able to properly understand this thing. Very, very important. Okay. Now, when I execute this, pay attention. It will execute and it will just upload the image and provide me with the URL. So let it run and we will see. Okay, I think it has failed due to some reason. It's a problem. Okay, what is the problem? Please execute the workflow. Execution data is large. Pretty strange thing. Let me execute the full workflow again. This time we will just ask it to create an image. Okay, so no worries. Sorry, create a video this time. Let me open Telegram. And totally fine. This is something which happens a lot. So you don't have to worry anything that, okay, why is it happening? When you are having these multiple things, it will happen. So this time just let me do one thing. Let me just paste that how I want an ad. Okay. Make an ad, sending me this diagram. Sorry, this thing. See, now it has given me the URL as well. If I go on this URL, everyone, if I go on this URL, you can see the image, right? So this is again a simple image as of now. We have not converted into cowboy, etc. because of the rerun. We will see it again when we run it. Okay. Now, since this has been done, let me close this. We have the link. We have the whole overall now image ready. We have the prompt on how we want to create our video as well. Okay, so I will just quickly mark few things which we have or we have done rather. In here, if you will see, we have done this get image part. We have get the image, use Nano Banana via the API, get the first kind of draft of our image, send that back, made sure that we are also kind of able to do this feedback kind of a loop, got the feedback kind of an image multiple times, like we have seen the same in action, and kudos that we have done so much of a difficult part. Then, if it is an video, then we are going and uploading to get the URL. Now, there is a very specific reason that we need the URL, which I will be showing you. Okay. Once we have the URL, now we have to make sure that in here we are having some proper instruction, right? So for that, again, we will be using AI. So pay a lot of attention. Let's go back. And this time I will be needing two things. First, I want to make sure that I understand the image a lot better, right? So this particular image, which I'm seeing here, right? Wait. This particular image, my Veo3 should have an idea that, okay, what or how exactly it is working, right? So like what exactly is in this image. And along with that, we should be working on this prompt. So if you will notice, I have given it a prompt as well, right? So this prompt, if you will see this one, make an ad in which I'm sending the cowboy lifestyle with the raunchy dialogues. Okay. So for that, we will be using two things. So first, let us use a simple API call via to the OpenAI, right? Pay attention. So I'm just having a simple AI call. Let's go through the instructions. You are an expert AI cinematographer and storyteller. Your goal is to transform a single reference image and a short user provided prompt into a vivid cinematic description for an AI video generator. So that is the whole idea, that just from the image and the prompt, I will be creating this into a proper thing. So you will always be given a URL and a simple user text prompt that expresses creative intent. And see, it will be able to. So let me just get this user prompt as well. What is the user prompt? Get it. Edit 4. This is the user prompt, right, everyone? So this is the whole prompt which we are getting. Now, for the image URL as well, what we will be doing is we will be making sure that it is able to get the image URL in a separate way, right? Because if we will send it here, it will not be able to use it, right? So let me save this and we can quickly go through it. Like, what are the guidelines? User text prompt is creative driver and must directly shape the scene's action. Your output must be a detailed paragraph, and we have given the example format as well. Okay, so that it can give us the answer. Now, along with this, I will be giving this image URL. So you can see the input type. In this, because we are using this analyze image, right? This is the specific thing we are using. It is asking me for the URL. And this URL, this particular URL, I can just give it, right? So again, it will be copied. So we don't want that. This particular URL we are giving to R. So now your GPT has two things coming. It is having an image which it has to analyze and my prompt, so that it can give me a, as a AI cinematographer, it can give me few things. Okay. So now let us close this and let me execute this. So hope it doesn't run the full cycle. Let it run. And it will just give us those details and everything which we have to use further. Okay. So let it run and see the image. Yeah, see. So it is saying that these are the content. I could have simplified the output as well. Then we will just be seeing this content. But again, totally fine. Content in a dimly lit barn, all these things, it has given the full thing. See, this is how it has defined the overall scene for me now, right? Now we have got a lots of details. I just have to now explain you that how we will be using Google Veo3, right? Because Google Veo3 is our going to be our overall Google Veo3. This is going to be the thing which is going to give us the video from the image. The idea is that if it gets my image, it will be able to give me a better overall video with me in it, right? So yeah, this is what we will be doing, everyone. And we know that VO3 is pretty awesome. So now for that, what we will do, we could easily again use VO3 via the Google APIs as well. But there is a catch in there. Okay, so I would like to explain you here this thing. So just give me a minute and see. When we again talk about VO3, right? When we talk about VO3, there are two ways in which you can run it, right? One is, of course, by using simple Google APIs. So Google API. But using VO3 via Google API is not that simple as to just hitting a HTTP request, how we saw in your Nano Banana. Now, you will not find this anywhere because you have to make sure that you understand things in depth, right? People will directly use some third party service, but let's say if you are just explaining it to someone that, hey, why are you using this third party service? Let's say your client doesn't want to use a third party service, he wants to use a Google API only. Then what? Then don't your full workflow will go for a toss? So, this is why I want that you understand this. One way is to use this Google API. Second is to use some third party service. Third party service. Now, coming to this Google API, it is not as easy as a simple HTTP request via or like Nano Banana. But rather, what we have to do here, pay a lot of attention. What we have to do here is that we have to actually go to Google Cloud account. So Google Cloud, then go to Google Cloud properly. So I can go to my console. You should have a project, right? You should have a project. Then you will have to go to Vertex AI. Okay, you will have to go to Vertex AI here. Vertex AI. And Vertex AI provides separately its API. So I know that it is getting a little complicated and it is complicated. Vertex AI provides you separate overall API which you have to use. And in that, you need so many things like your project ID, your overall some authentication ways. So thus it becomes a lot difficult. So if I just show you the same thing via chat GPT as well quickly, because I believe that you should be aware about these. How can I use Google Veo3 via Vertex API? So if I just search it, it will be telling you all these things. Let it think for a better answer. I think I'm on the pro version. So let it quickly get this thing. I believe that this is very helpful. So you can explain your client that, hey, this is why we are using third party service. This is why we are not using third party service. So it is saying that use G Cloud or a service account with right roles. For local rest, call this G Cloud auth Prince access token. Then you will be needing this project ID, location, right? Then you will be getting the publisher, then model. This is exactly how you can use this, right? So this is a curl request as well. But I hope you understand that this is a little bit difficult, right? Using it in this manner is difficult. Your cloud should have some credits, etc. This is the reason that we will be now going to the third party service. Okay, so very, very important, specific part. Why I'm saying this is important because while I was now this kind of a workflow, I have actually sold to a client, right? There, when VO3 came out, so earlier we did it via some different image and video model. But when VO3 came out, he asked me that, hey, I normally also use Google Cloud. What is the problem in using this? Right. So since I was aware about this thing, I was able to tell that, hey, we can use this, not a problem. But if you are not aware of this, you would unnecessarily guide and say to your client that, hey, we will have to use a third party server. Okay. So with that, there are multiple services as well, as we will see now. KeyAI, right? So this is one, everyone. This is pretty good, which we are going to use as well. Access the best video, image, and music models in one API. Right. So you can go in AI video API and you can see that how it is having VO3 runaway. So runaway was the one which we were earlier using. Cling, all these things. And similarly, we have the images as well. So we have the Nano Banana here as well. Mid Journey, Flux, 4O image. Now we were using a combination of Flux and this runaway. But since Google came up with these better models in as of now, and the client was already using cloud as a part of its infrastructure, we were able to easily just make sure that we can migrate the same into this thing. So these kind of information is also very important. If you're looking to genuinely earn some money, this level of technical idea is needed. No code knowledge for coding is not needed, but technical ideas needed, which any AI can tell you, right? So here, as you can see, 99.9 uptime, 24.5 response time, support, and number one in data security. AI video generation API, just get your key and you can directly hit the model. So they are handling the heavy part, heavy lifting. Similarly, image generation, music generation as well, and LLMs and AI chat API. So all of these they are supporting. Now, once you create your free account, then you can go here and go to the dashboard. In dashboard, you can see that, okay, VO3 is here. You can use it as well, but it will use some credits. Okay. As you can see, let me pause it. 0.005 per credit, which is zero point 0.4 VO3 fast video. And it is saying that how you can save 60% plus from replicate and fal.ai. So these were actually the two other services which I want to show you. One is fal AI. Same thing. Again, just another third party service which is giving you these things. Right here, if you will go see the pricing, let's see the pricing. And let's go on, say, video model. Have they uploaded it for VO3? Okay, it doesn't seem like they have uploaded. Let me search for VO3. No, it is not giving it. If we explore, so again, they are also the same thing. They are also saying that, hey, you can use this now from us, totally fine. Just tell us what you want. So if I go on VO3 from here, pay attention. For every second of video you generate, you will be charged $0.5 audio off and 0.75 for audio on. And a 5-second video can cost you $3.75. So this is very, very expensive. But still, you should be known about this. So I will just write it down. We have multiple services here. Key.ai. Then you have your, what was the exact name? Fal.ai. Fal.ai. And similarly, we have Replicate as well. So let me show you that as well. Replicate AI video API. So let's see this. Yeah. So this is the one, everyone. Now, again, they are just wrappers. In the backend, they will be calling Google only, but they are just providing you the same, right? So see how you have all these things here as well. Google VO3 fast. And again, you will have to create a overall thing here. You can go on JSON, or rather you can go on the API documentation and use the same. Okay. So it is asking you for the prompt. Image if you want to give it for any reference, negative prompt, describe of what to discourage, resolution, seed. You can sign in and use the model, right? So that is the whole idea, and it will generate the thing for you. It is also giving you the API similarly. And of course, we can use a simple API via this curl request. It will ask us to have few things. So that's, I'm giving you the idea that we have multiple ways of doing the same thing. Okay. Now let's go back to what we will be using. We will be using the VO, the key.ai, Kai or key, whatever it is. In this, if you will notice everyone, we will be having a API key. So I can copy the key, right? And we can go on the logs, or rather first let's go to the billing. Now here you will say that how I am having 76 credits. The reason is that I used 4 credits. So you get 80 credits by default. Now I used 4 of those credits to generate an image. And due to which I will not be able to use this particular ID or this particular thing for my video, because video requires, if you will see generate AI video with Veo3, it requires at least 80. So minimum is 80. Generate Veo3 video based on text or image, 16 is to 9 or 9 is to 16. So it requires minimum 80. Now, either you can have, just quickly make sure that you can purchase for $5, which is, believe me, fine, 440, right, in terms of Indian rupees, and you can change it to your currency. So either you can do this, or you can make sure that you create multiple accounts. So I have purchased this as well because of some use case. This is not the major account, but I wanted to show you that you can use the Nano Banana here as well. And in the Nano Banana, you will see. So if I go back and show you, uh, we go on image here, run away, and I think we can go from here only. Yeah. In the Nano Banana, see, Nano Banana API costs 4 credits per image. So this is comparatively a lot cheaper, right? So you could use this as well easily. If you use this directly, 20 images you can create, right? I'm using the Google API because I wanted to show you that why we should not always be dependent on the third party thing. Okay. So with that, let's go back, and multiple things we have to do still. Next thing which I have to do, everyone, I will be now having an agent which does a lot of things for me. It will be making sure that it creates the exact thing which I need. Okay, so let me show you. Let me copy and paste this agent. Now when I just connect this, I'm pretty sure that from the previous video you are well aware that what is this agent, what is all these things. If not, please make sure that you see the same. So we have given it this thing. Let's go to the agent and see what it is saying, right? System prompt Veo3 fast UGC video generator. You are an expert UGC generator. AI director, your mission create realistic, natural 8-second video prompts. So the idea is that since via key.ai, we will be able to create our our video for 8 seconds. I am asking this particular thing to be specific in giving us what we want, right? So we have given it that, hey, you can give us the direct dialogues, you can give us, we will be giving you the reference image and the short user text prompt. So these things we are giving here, okay? The reference image description, image URL for output is, so we are giving the image URL etc as well for, because we will be needing the same into our JSON, okay? And I could just give this particular detailed user prompt if I want. I could give this prompt from here. So pay attention, this prompt, okay? So reference image description, the one which we get from the last node from the AI. Okay, so what we are doing first, we are making sure that we get how we want our image. Once you have the image thing clear, now we are making use of a director, right? So whereas a cinematographer or a storyteller just tells that what all he wants, a director will be able to properly guide on how exactly the scene should be. That is why this time we are asking is that, hey, make proper dialogues, make all these things, character, each and every these things, and give me the output in the JSON. So what exactly is that JSON? Pay attention. If I show you the output parser, see, it will be giving me this model, aspect ratio, enable fallback, prompt, and image URL. Now, why it is giving us like this? So let me show you. Go again on Google, and this is also very, very important. Go on KeyAI API, search like this, and go to this API thing, right? Go to Veo3 API. So let's click this and wait. And we can go on API market. Yeah. Okay, so here we can get image to image. I think we will be having this thing. Veo3, where is it? Or let me just search 1 minute. So let's go back and search for API docs, right? Yeah, this is the one which we have to go, everyone. I will be adding these all as well. Don't worry. Here you can see the documentation of the API. Now, this is very, very important to understand how we have to use it. We can go on overall your, let's say, so yeah, Veo3 only. We have the Veo3 selected here only, right? In this, we will be using this generate Veo3 AI video, right? Now, when I go to try it, okay, so as of now, what we have done, we have make sure that we have got till this part, right? I will just quickly give you a recap because we have been doing this in so much depth, and I'm sure that you are loving the explanation. We get the image, then we use Google Nano Banana via the Google API. Then we get the image changed based on what we are giving it. Then we are sending the image to the user, asking for it feedback if he liked it or not, what exactly he wants, etc. Then we are uploading based on the feedback. We are just changing the image again and again, as we have seen. Then we are uploading our image, everyone, right? So we are just uploading the image. Then we are making sure that we are able to get each and everything with respect to your prompts, etc. Okay. And then finally, we are using Veo3 via key.ai. Now you could have used it via fal.ai, replicate, Google API as well, totally on you. But yes, that is how we can use Veo3. At the end of the day, things are going to go to Google. Okay, because Google owns Veo3. And finally, we will be getting our image. So let me do this thing on you now. To understand that, okay, how this API works, you have to go to the documentation. Now, always have this practice of understanding the documentation. You will be going a long way in this automation journey because even though you don't have to code, understanding this is very, very important. Now, pay attention. If you go and see this API V1 VO generate, you can just try the same, right? In this, you can enter your key. So let me go here and let me go on to my API key. So instead of just providing you this directly, because see, other things which I provided you directly or used directly, they are very common things. But using this is something which is very, very important. Okay. We will be creating the curl and you can directly import that curl onto your overall, let's say, workflow into the HTTP request. Now pay attention. Prompt, I will be just adding some test prompt for the timing. Image URL, I will just add an item. And this is the reason it needs a URL. Okay. So image must be accessible to the API server. And it is saying that only one image supported for now. So I will just say test URL, right? Now model, we will be using Veo3 fast. You could have used Veo3 as well, but again, more credits. It doesn't give you more than 80 credits, I guess. So for free people who want to use, it is going to be the case. I will highly suggest if you're using for a long-term way, please go and directly just you just upload some credits as well, like how I have done. Then watermark, we don't want any as of now. We will select 9:16 portrait video format suitable for mobile short videos. Landscape video format supports 1080p resolution. So again, you can make another API call and make it 1080p. Seed is random seed, should be fine. Callback URL, completion callback URL for receiving a video. Okay, so it is saying that, okay, because this video generation will take time, it will, you can give it a callback URL, just like a webhook that, hey, once the work is done, please call this. Enable fallback false, enable fallback functionality when set to true. If official Veo3 video generation services enable or encounter, the system will automatically switch to backup model for video generation. So we don't want that for the timing. Okay, we are making it false. See, this is what you have gained now, everyone. This is the curl request, which you can directly now use. It is having your key and everything. So this is how you should rather learn about API. Go to its documentation, understand the same about in depth, use that API now to somehow create this curl, or if not, understand these different things, paste to ChatGPT, tell all the things which you want, and ask it to provide a curl for you. And once you have just got this curl, copy this. It will give you the Python and other languages code as well. So just it is very simple. Now go to your URL, go to your this thing, and we can have a HTTP thing, HTTP request. Import curl button is there. See, import curl. Click on this import curl, paste it, import. Import. Yeah. See, each and everything is there right in front of you. Okay. So you don't have to do, generally, you don't have to worry on anything. I will just make sure that prompts and test URL we are correcting. And we have to make sure that we are using the right key so that we have the overall credits, right? With this, let's keep it aside for the timing. Let me open this. What is the problem here? Seems like it has given us the output. Let us pin this output for the timing. Okay. So now let me open this agent. We are giving it multiple things. So let me run this agent so that I can show you what is the final output from this. Let me run this. Hopefully it just runs the full workflow. Yeah. Okay. So I think this was changed. So it is running the full workflow. Oh, okay. No worries. So we will see the image again. And again, this will happen. Don't worry at all. Right. We will get the image again. Now we are getting the image. Let us respond this. Open. I have to just paste that I want a cowboy style ad. So something like this. Submit. Close it. And let it run. And finally, we will be able to see that what we are getting. Okay. So it has think. It is using all these things. And we are able to get that output, model, aspect ratio, enable fallback, prompt, and image URL. So we are able to get all these things. Just one thing, I think it has done a little bit less work, right? Where it has not given us this prompt properly. So we will change it in a better way. Rather, the main thing is that we want this prompt only because other things we can directly set. But I want to show you that how you can connect, and basically make sure that you're able to handle that as well. So just let's go back and provide should be lot in detail as per above instruction to create a sending video with details about dialogue, etc. in proper lengthy format. Because the better your prompt, the better your videos will be, right? So let us dialogue and environment, etc. So now when I run this, hopefully it will give me a better thing. And let's hope it doesn't run from start as well. Let me actually break this thing for the timing. It will close whole thing. Okay, let me just run this only. Let us run this to see what will happen. Not sure if agent runs the full workflow. So, okay, again, it is running the full workflow. Let me quickly get the same. So again, we can just break the chain and make sure that we have a manual trigger, but totally fine. You will also face these problems. I am also facing this. I faced the same when I was working on creating this as well. Submit this, cancel, go back, and hopefully it will give us what we want now. So let's see using the chat model, then structured output it will be giving us. See, okay, it has failed. Model output doesn't fit required format. What is the problem? Let me close this. Your mission. Okay, so it has given us the output, but it has messed it up because we asked it for a few things. So it is saying that, hey, it is not in the JSON format. Okay, the output is not fitting the structured format because we have messed it up. So let me quickly fix this. So just on a simple reason, actually it is able to give us the output, right? This time it has given us the whole thing. Scene one, the camera shaking, the zooms and all these things. You want the cowboy live suite. So it has given us the these things in depth, right? Now, I can either directly connect it or to make sure that I don't face some issues. Like, so I will tell you where the issues can come because this is in a string format. Sometime what happen is that this JSON can be having some problems with the request when you create it, right? So for that, now again, I'm just telling you the best practices, not at all that it cannot be used. You can directly use this particular JSON and just send it to your model. You are seeing that how it is having everything. This is exactly the JSON which it expect as well. What I will be doing is that I will be making sure that I just change it into a valid JSON before if I want. So I can just actually get it like this. Let me connect this. And if you will pay attention, everyone, in this, it requires like this only. See, model aspect ratio, enable fallback, prompt, and image URLs, right? So let me go into the expression, open this, and I can just get it like this. See, output, and I can just change it to dot. I think it can be changed to JSON. Let me quickly check. So we can just choose a function to JSON string here. And yes, you are able to see that how it is having the model aspect ratio. We wanted 19 is to 16. So that is fine. And enable fallback. Okay, false prompt. It is giving the scene one and image URL as well. So let us get rid of this, right? And let me delete it from here. And if you want to just change anything, right, you can easily use a code node. So that was the whole idea. Now let's try to send a request. Let's execute this and see what will happen. Now this time it is making a call to KeyAI. So it is saying current credits are insufficient. Please top up. Valid thing. We have 76 credits. It requires 80 credits, right? So for that, let me quickly change the key. So I will just quickly make sure that I'm using the right key, right, everyone? So for that, let me paste it inside here. And now, because we have the right key and everything, let me execute this and see it, right? So it will be making a call and hopefully it will give me something. So, okay, let's start it from scratch because it was an error. My bad. Okay, so let it run, no worries. So totally fine. I should have actually done some changes and everything, but not a problem. We could stop it as well, right? But it's something you will face. I'm also facing. Okay, so let me open this. Now, since this is open, I will make sure that I give it same thing. Submit, close this. Now let it move forward. Hopefully this time it will not mess up this thing. Give it in the structured format. And now it has hit the request. Okay, so it is saying invalid model. Okay, so I know what's the problem here. Rather, what we will do, everyone pay attention. This time it is saying that it is an invalid model. The reason it is saying that is because in here, the model is Veo3 underscore fast. But so if I show you, this is the model which they are expecting Veo3 underscore fast. But in our case, I think the model must have done it. Like our call, API call must have changed something. So see, it has made it capital V. Okay, so I will do few things. Pay attention. I will just add a code node here. Code node, right? I will ask, go to this and say in the output of the last node, please make sure to change the model to VO3 underscore fast, all small, and aspect ratio to 9 is to 16. Make sure to give me a valid JSON. Right. So again, just I'm doing this thing where I'm asking it to give me a valid JSON. Let me generate the code. So your workflow data is too large. Simplify the data being sent into code node and retry. So, okay, what have happened? Let us check. Why is that happening? So we have kind of made anytime reach it limit, but that is not the case. Shall be fine. Okay, so we can just have, let's say, use the variables. Okay, in the output of the last AI agent node, please make sure valid JSON with other fields as it fields as it is. If this still gives an error, we will try to make sure that we change it into the model, right? So into that particular thing, right? The AI agent. So seems like it has given us some code. So it has given us the error again. So no worries. Let us go back. Let me delete this. Let me go to the structured output parser. Here, okay, it is corrected. So not sure why it has messed it up. Let us fix the same inside our node, right? So let's try this out. Or rather, what we can do is we can do something better. Okay, so pay attention everyone how I'm correcting this. Let's go to the output parser. Let's just ask it for the prompt. Okay, so we will just ask it for the prompt because other things we can handle at our end directly. So instead of depending on code or agent or anything, let's just ask it for the prompt. Let's go back to the agent, right? And say that how it has to just give me the prompt. Okay, so let's just change this image URL, everything. So it doesn't need all these things now. Even it doesn't need this URL as well, right? We will just ourselves set all these things. Okay. So now we just have to say return a JSON object with structure provided. Make sure that this and prompt is everything which it needs to provide. So let me now quickly do one thing. Let me this time, let's just focus on this. Now let me break this chain for the timing and add a manual trigger. Or let me just try to run this once. Let's see what will happen, what it will give us. So let it run. Yeah, it is running, thinking, and hopefully it will just give me the prompt. Other things I will create myself. Okay. So see, it has given me the prompt. Now let's go back to the key.ai. copy this JSON thing, right? Let's go back to the node. And when I'm making this request, everyone, pay attention. Let me make it like this. So see, model, we are fine. Aspect ratio, we are fine. Fallback is false. In terms of prompt, I will add this so that we have this prompt, right? So this is where we are getting the prompt, everyone. Then for the URL, I will get it from here. So this is the URL. Let me get it from here so that it is also dynamic. Yes, now I think we have everything. Now there will be no errors as such. I have the key as well, which is right, and we can execute it. So, okay, JSON parameter needs to be valid JSON. So this was actually the error which I was saying it can get. So the reason this error is coming is because in here we are having this double quotes, as you can see, right? So this double quote is kind of causing a problem, and that is what I was saying, because it kind of can end here and then it can cause the problem. So for that, let's try to let me just check this out. So ideally, we would want that somehow we are able to have that slashes here. So if you remember, if we add these kind of slashes here, then they can be used, right? So this again are the small problem which you can face when you genuinely do it yourself. Okay. So let me fix this as well, everyone. Let me now actually use a code maybe. So let's try to do this. Let's add a code node here. Code. Make sure to give me the right JSON, or rather valid JSON, in the below format. So I can give it the format, and in prompts, use the prompt as provided in the last. So again, I'm using code this time because it will help me correct this. Now there are multiple ways, but I think in here just using this vibe coding part is best because it is able to handle these things perfectly fine, right? So let me now generate the code and let's see the same. What will happen? And since we are again moving in a very logical way, each and everything will be fine. Let's execute the same, everyone. I think image URL we might have to set still because we have kind of hard coded it. But see, this has added these things now, right? So totally it has done this thing. I believe we have a two string option as well, which we can use. But I like this part because it is able to generate and we can change anything here, right? So that is why I normally like to use this code part. And as you can see, honestly, I'm not also a very hardcore JavaScript developer, but I'm able to use this directly via vibe coding. Okay. And I believe you should be aware of that as well. So let us now go back and now finally, let's try to hit the request, everyone. So let me just use this code, right? So we are using this code output and we can use this code output. So let's see what exactly it is. Dot, 1 minute, code output dot item. Yeah. So we are able to get this and dot JSON. So dot item dot JSON. Okay, we are getting it as object. Just a minute. So now we can do to JSON string. Okay. Now again, these are just the function which you can directly use. Again, you can use ChatGPT. Now, if you are feeling that, Mayank, why we have to do so many things, the reason is that via this particular project, I want to show you that when you genuinely create real workflows, right? You can be very well off if you are using some quick 5, 10, 15 minutes video. But if you will try to create them, you will not be getting clarity at this level because that has already been done in the workflow and you will never be going inside them, right? So that is the reason you have to do and understand these things. Now I've changed the same into two JSON string and see, this is the one which I'm getting. This is a perfectly valid JSON, right? We can check the same as well. We go to JSON. So JSON validator, right? This is the one state process. And see, this is the perfectly valid JSON as we can see now. So let's use it. Hopefully it will run. And let's go back and execute. So now it is running. It is given as this task ID. Okay. So what I can do is, I think I will have the thing open from where I can show you how to do it. So, okay, we can do one more thing. We will be getting a API, sorry, we will be getting a link for the video which we create, everyone, right? So for the timing, let's go back to the key.api, right? Here they have another API. Get VO3 video details. Now I can try the same out. Pay attention. Here I have to just provide my key. So the key which I have, let me provide it. And I can provide the one which I have got, the overall query. So let me run this and click send. And again, it is saying that, okay, it is kind of working. So it is still in the phase where it has the task ID, the JSON, how the call was success. In real sense, I will be having a webhook kind of a thing here. So I will be having this wait node here. And I will say that, okay, you have to do this on webhook call. Now, when we will connect these two, then what will happen? When this thing gets completed, when it is returning this thing, this is going to catch it. Okay, so we will see the same as well, or you can just run it. But the idea is that I want to show you that how the image finally we are getting the video. So let me run it again. So still it is working. Now video creation is a good uh, 30 seconds to 1 2 minute connect process, right? So you will be able to see the same into your this thing as well. If you will go on your logs, right? And let's say if you will go on Veo3, there you will be able to see that yes, some request has come. Okay. So that is something which you can surely use, like see in your case, right? If I just right now show you the one which I am seeing, okay. So quickly just to make sure that you are understanding it. Just a minute. Okay. So this is exactly how I'm seeing it, everyone. So it is saying that, okay, a request has been submitted. It is running. Credits consumed are 80. I had 80 credits. So I've used some different ID only to not mess up with the one which is live and the task ID, everything. Okay. So either we can refresh here to see if there is any error or something. So let's go to Veo3. It is still running. So seems like it is taking a lots of time. It has been good 2 3 minutes. Now, here it is not showing us running because it is the way this particular API runs. It says that, okay, I have got your request. Just like how we do an order, right, on a restaurant, and you get a receipt. So let's say you paid and you get the receipt. Food will take some time to come. That is the best analogy in which you can understand this. Now, it can have some error as well, totally fine, but we will check if it is having some error. Maybe image is not valid or it is not able to access image. Those kind of error you can face. Then we can check them. Okay, so VO3 still running. Let's wait. So let me just quickly make sure that you are able to see the results. So great, everyone. After a lots of time, it has actually somehow completed. Now, generally, it has been the longest time it has taken. Now, the problem might be I don't think the Google's APIs are down. But yeah, let's see the result. I think I can copy this quickly and let me show you this. So it is again giving you a link, right? Let's go back and see the link. I will show you that how much time it took as well. Okay. I think to just get this link. Okay, let's go back with this and paste. So, okay, seems like it has created a 8 second video. Let me run this. Okay, has generated a pretty good video. Although I should not have used myself, but I think I'm like kind of doing justice to the whole look. And I think you will not be able to hear the audio because I'm not recording my computer audio. That's a little difficult in Mac. But yeah, it is kind of singing this, right? So I will show you the final results. So don't worry. I will make sure that I'm able to show you these proper final results. And yeah, so when it is saying it is like properly giving you everything. Now what we have to do, everyone, we can just get this link, right? And I will show you that how you can make sure that you don't have to wait. Before that, let's see how much time it has taken because somehow it took a lot of time. Let me go and try it again. Run this. See, it has given these times up, right? So we can go to say ChatGPT again. ChatGPT, open a new chat. How much time it took? Or rather, I should have done this epoch time calculator. So again, I want to show you that how we can change and get these things. So okay, let's ChatGPT do this thing. So yeah, somewhere around 5 minutes 59 seconds it has taken. Okay, so a lot of time, but result are pretty good. Like I am also liking the same. Okay, and as of now, I have just created an image. You could have easily created an image in which you will be rather having a UGC. So I have just created this for a separate use case. Okay. But yes, in this, I'm setting a good cowboy thing, and I think this image can be used with any particular item in my hand, right? Now to send this, what we will do, and let me show you another one, this workflow. So key AI anytime, and we can see the template, right? Let me show you. Let us go to template, and if you will search Veo3 here, right, then you can see that. Let me get this one. Actually, I have that. Yeah. So this is the one, AI video generator with Google Veo3 API. So here you will see that how once they send the request everyone, then they are waiting. So they are having this wait and they kind of in a loop try to understand if the video generation is complete, if the video generation is complete. So this is also which we can use, right? So totally easy thing to do. Or we can use what I have done here, where we have the HTTP request. Now, what we can do once we have this, actually, I can show you quickly. We can have a Telegram node again this time, Telegram, and we can have a send a video. I can give the video URL, the one which I have got everyone. Okay, not this one. So the one which we have received. And you will also be getting that URL once you do this, right? And let me just for the time being copy paste the chat ID. So let me copy paste this and go here. What is the chat ID? So let us get this chat ID. And if I just independently run this node, pay attention. So let me run this node independently. Chat ID, execute. It will be sending me this video, right? So this is exactly what we want, right? So it is sending me this video. It is running. It is having a full sound. Okay. Hopefully, if I increase the volume, please don't laugh at me. But yeah, you are able to see the same thing, right? So I like this output and not at all bad. And I think I can also do modeling some extra time. But yeah, that's the whole way, everyone. So we will be having this. Either we can have this particular thing here where it is checking all these things, right? So let us explore this and let me tell you how you can use this. Copy as JSON, then go back. And what we can do, we can just paste it here. Okay, let me paste it a little bit downwards. And we can just use this three parts, right? These three one. Let's use them here. Okay, what happened? So yeah, I hope you're able to easily get the idea, everyone, that what all is happening. Let's have them here. See what exactly is happening here. So it is waiting for 10 seconds, right? Should be a lot more. We have seen that it has taken more than that. Obtain the generate result. It is again just sending that task ID, which we must have got, right? And it is trying to send the key as well, which we have sent as well. And if the video generation is complete, so if we are getting the success flag as one, right? Then it is just extracting the URL. Okay, so response result URL. If you will notice, this is exactly the same like this, right? See, success flag. So it is trying to hit this API only. VO record info. Just trying to hit it multiple times, how I was doing it here. Once we get the result, based on this success flag one, it is trying to just get this result URL. So from response, it is getting the result URL. So it is totally going to work fine because manually also I was doing the same thing, right? In front of you, I was just running it. Here it got refreshed, but I was checking the same as well. So when you hit this request, pay attention. We are getting this thing. So original URL and this result URL. Okay. So yeah, this is what we will be getting, everyone. And finally, you can just then use and connect this thing and send the image, right? So finally, we will be able to send the image. So that kind of completes creating this whole thing from complete scratch, making it very, very not difficult, not complex, but very, very logical. That how each and everything is happening properly. Now, if we want, we can easily test out the same end to end. That is going to be working fine. Just one thing which I think we should do. So we have got this thing out. Let's try to when it is running. That is fine. In this request, I believe that we will have to just give this thing properly, the key, right? So once we have done this key properly, then it will work the way we want it, because all the other ones are totally fine. Okay, so format string. Yeah, we could have got rid of this as well. We just want this thing. Here, actually, we can have the chat ID as well. Okay, so this is what we will want here. I hope you're able to make sense, because I want to use the chat ID and this particular thing there only, right? So yeah, that I think will do our work, everyone. So shall be pretty fine with respect to how it will work, right? Already we have seen that how this will be working end to end. So you can use this thing. I've also copy pasted this flow so that you understand how something which we were doing manually here, we will be doing via API just. Okay. So let's go back, and with that, I can just quickly mark that, yeah, this is done as well. Veo3, we have understood this as well. Done. Now Mayank has gone into a good image. Now I hope that you understand that how you can send a image of a product, like let's say cup, cloth, your some aerated drink, some alcohol, anything which you want. Then you can make sure that how you will be then using the same to create your UGC. If you want, just go to your workflow, right? Go to your workflow. Here you can have multiple of these things, right? You can have a router kind of a thing, or you can have multiple, let's say, prompt where based on the request. So if it's an ad, if it's a UGC, if it's some normal shot of Instagram, all these things you can correct here, so that those are just the final output which goes, because in the end we just have to handle this prompt, what exactly is going into this prompt which we were creating, right? So that is something which we have to handle, everyone. Let me show you here as well. Yeah, whatever. Okay, I think that has gone, so we will have to connect it again in this code, maybe. Yes, so this prompt was main thing which we will have to handle along with this image URL. So I think we were getting the image URL as well, so that should be totally fine. We could just make this image URL dependent on something, but yeah, that is the whole idea, everyone, through which we can just correct this. Okay, so once we will be running this into it is going to totally work fine as well, just like how we have seen in the demo. So that actually I ran after creating this, so surely it is going to work fine. Make sure that we make it a little bit better to understand as well. And via this project, I have made sure that you don't only understand the basics or just understand how to run these templates, but how to properly create things from it, right? So that was major thing which I wanted to teach you. Veo3 via key.ai. Okay. So yeah, with that, pretty sure that all of you have understood these things in proper depth, everyone. Very, very important again, right? This is kind of the level I want that you are having. If you are saying that, okay, I know automation in depth, and Mayank, how can I earn money while we create these automations? Okay, so this is the level. You can see that how big our whole workflow is. Now we can surely make it smaller, divided into different things, but overall, it's a genuine, valid one, because here you are giving your client, or if someone is using it, the option to change your image and again and again. If you have enough credits, you can surely go back and make sure that you are having the same thing for video as well. Okay, but I think if the image is pretty fine, your video is going to come out fine as well. And now you can use those ASMR or any kind of video. Just give it an apple, or let's say an iron, or anything you want, and just ask it to cut it and create those things. So I think each and everything now can be very nicely created and in highest of the quality, because Veo3 supports each and everything, right? So with respect to that, I don't believe there will be any problem, everyone. And now, with this knowledge which you have gained, pretty sure that you will properly be able to understand each and everything in depth and create more such complex flows yourself.